I love to hear him play. We did a show together in Alberta about a year ago, and it was just a kick. I got to play guitar and watch this guy play, and I didn't have to play mandolin at the same time he did. Now I have to.
Lucky for me.
We were a band for a night, actually.
That's right.
Oh, you guys want to play something together?
Stomp.
Stomp?
Same thing?
Sure, it's about the same thing.
Kentucky mandolin.
I'll play some rhythm. I'll be a rhythm man. Okay. I don't even. I used to play that.
I can play a little bit of that.
That's a very popular jam session ending right there. I like the Peter out ending.
Peter out. No, don't go there. Yes, sir.
I got a question about the accompaniment of chop. Did you guys spend a long time thinking about how to do that?
Days.
Or it just comes naturally? Right? Do you want to develop like a unique sound in your shop, or is it not really a big deal?
Well, how would you answer that? His question was the backup chops. Did you like them or not like them? That would depend on how I answer it.
I mean, it's sort of a question to all of you.
You know, Chris, I'm sitting here listening to Chris play, and he's probably sitting here listening to me play. Honestly, while Ronnie's playing, we're trying not to walk on each other. If he's throwing in a lot of stuff like that, I might say pretty straight. You know, I myself, I just kind of hear these little. I always think of what a drum would do, and I try to keep my right hand. You know, you try to be up on your instrument enough where you don't have to think a lot about it. If you're having a bad day or your hands are stiff, it's tough to do that. But I just try to think about it. That's probably what you guys do. You think it, you hear it, and it comes out. Now there's a leap for you, right?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of jazz drum players and just drum players in general. Try and figure out what they're doing, ways to get the syncopation into my chop. Sometimes it's weird, like you have to skip pick strokes to get it in, which is But
it's interesting how much good it'll do you to study something outside your field, like rhythm, like drums. You know, African drums or bongos or something. I'm just kind of hung up on those. And it just gives you ideas. Not that you want to go in and do them in road tune, you know, like you're from Zimbabwe or something, but it gives you some nice stuff just for rhythmic fills. And that's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. These are very vague answers I know.
you go listen to some music.
Yeah.
You know?
Get a job, man. Oh, God.
So you
Did you guys talk a little bit about like how you hold the pick?
We're doing the best we can. Can you talk a little better?
How loose or tight you play individual strings or more loose chop?
pick holds.
When holding the pick, he's asking I think you have to hold a pick pretty loose. You don't squeeze it real hard. I mean, I don't. I'll speak for myself. And I use a fairly large pick. I don't use a small pick. It's a kind of a heavy. It's a heavy pick.
Use a thumb and one finger?
Just a thumb and one finger, yeah. It's hard to see from there, but that's how I hold a pick. And let's see, you asked.
You chop the chords, you're like each level when you're playing individual strings.
Pretty much, yeah. You just the way you hold it when you chop. I think it all depends on how aggressive you need to be, and I think you still hold the pick the same way I do. Anyhow, I hold the pick the same way, the same feel. What do you guys hold?
No, I think we're over here going you. No, I think with about anything, this is a feel game. A lot of it is, and you don't want to hold or. I don't speak for myself, but I hold the pick real rigid. I don't think Chris does either. It might be a real stiff one, you know, it might be a real heavy pick, but you have to be able to let it move back and forth in your hands a little bit. And then if you need to get a little more aggressive, I think I don't think about it much, but I think what actually happens is you end up, squeezing down a little bit and not letting it flex so much in your hand. When you're holding that pick, it usually ends up being where your thumb and your index are a little offset, so you have a little leverage on that pick to stiffen it up if you need it to be. Is that answering you?
None of you use thumb and two fingers, though?
No.
That's Dan Curry plays guitar that way. There's a few people that do that. I don't know. I've found that for me, speaking for myself once again, I find that if I play that way, it binds my hand up. Yeah. I get slowed down on speed. I always, to tie that in a little bit with right hand position, I always considered playing across the fingerboard of a guitar, or the bridge of a mandolin or a guitar, a little bit like taking a pen and writing on a sheet of notebook paper on a table. You set your hand up and you write, but you also move your hand across the page. You don't plant your hand in the middle of the page and try to write like this across the page.
Yeah.
And so you have to be loose. And I rest my finger here on the bridge. I don't plant it there solidly. I try to let my hand move back and forth the same as if I were writing, and then do that with your pick. And you've got steadiness, but you've also got a little somewhere to go. You can play with a lot more speed. You can stay relaxed, I think, is maybe the key to that. Does that make sense to you guys?
The other thing is like when if you're trying to play fast, and don't play fast until you can play slow. That's just a little bit there.
Heavy stuff.
Yeah,
that's true.
But if you're trying to play fast, make sure you can cut down on the movement in between strings. You don't want to be like hitting, going like this much for each single string. I really try and cut down on the movement for.
That's oh, excuse me. I thought you were finished. Sorry, you're going into something else.
What's the most complicated piece you can all play?
You're talking to Chris, right? I want to just finish up with you. The best advice I can give you is always keep a loose wrist. That's the best advice for playing. I think anything with a flat pick, keep a loose.
Do you race when you play fast?
Not really. I see that I'm getting scratch marks, but that's just from my fingernails where I position. If I want to tremolo up the neck, there's a spot right here. I see that.
Like brace your inside your arm against the end of the mandolin from there, or are you just totally off the top?
No, I'm not off the top. No, and sometimes my hand will be on the back side of the bridge, but I don't actually brace it. I've seen some guys that hook their finger around the bridge. I don't do that. Just keep a real loose wrist if I can, especially for playing fast.
Couple years ago, Ronnie, you did a tune with David Biscuit in the last. Why don't you just do it now?
I don't know what it was.
It's probably Roanoke. It was one of his two.
Opus 57.
What was it?
You know that?
Is it the Thile song?
No? You know that?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
That's the one.
Is it? I need to have rhythm with that one to really play that one. EMD. Did you guys play tunes already?
Yeah, we did all our tunes. Oh, yeah. We smoked them, too. Just pick something standard that where we don't have to worry. Bill Cheatham or something like that. Everybody plays that. This guy asked for that. Or anything.
So your first tune, St. Anne, that was the first tune I learned when I was taking lessons. The next tune I learned was Blackberry Blossom.
Blackberry Possum was called that. Yeah. There you go with that Eastern Western stuff. I hate to correct you, but it's that's terrible of me. I'm jet lagged really bad. So you're requesting that? Sure. Is that what this is? Where this is going? Oh, sorry. Boy, I'm weird today, aren't I? I haven't had sleep in
It's funny.
Well, do you want to do Bill Cheatham or Blackberry Blossom?
Blackberry Blossom.
Both at once. I'll take Bill Cheatham, you take Blackberry
Okay,
Blossom.
sounds good.
What do you want to play, Ron?
I'm happy with either one of them.
So you will
She
play.
said,
You'll play one
Heidi
and
said,
you'll play both.
okay, that's fine. She said Patty on the Turnpike right here in the front. What key are we in?
Okay, I'll do Bill Cheatham. You do try to
No, whatever you guys play is fine. But,
Do Blackberry Blossom play as fast as you
We'll do a medley.
Like a medley.
We'll do a medley. There we go. I don't play Patty on the Turnpike, so you'll have to do Super X. Okay, one for me. Really cook on that one if you wouldn't mind. Really lay one in there for me, all right? What do you start with? Blackberry?
Sure.
might rain. We need to do a sun song. Well,
our workshop's going to get more and more popular.
yeah. Feel the rain started when a bunch of people into this thing. Yeah. Well, is there any other things to talk about? Yes, sir.
About 4 days ago, I saw a rerun of an old gong show.
Oh, Lord.
There was a guy that looked like he was playing a linoleum handmade guitar.
That was a dobro. That was a dobro mandolin. Yeah, shoot. That was when I was $532.17. And then we won the night show, $713.52 or something. No, when I was like 13 years old, my sister and I went on the gong show. And we won it. Yeah. Played my dobro mandolin. So, well, thanks, I think. Thank you for remembering that, I think. No, we won the money, and we got some Z-Brick and a nifty vacuum cleaner, too. It was really kind of cool. One of them dust devil things. So, yeah, that's, well, every now and then somebody sees that and tells me. And you know, it's the coolest thing because every now and then a check will roll in the mail. And I've done enough little movies and things like that I'm glad to hear you say that. Because that means that a check will probably roll in the mail.
I don't like to do that. I don't know.
Posting this one?
Like this? Is this what you're talking about?
No, I don't do that either. Now, if I'm tremoloing, I just tell the fellow that I notice I'm getting some scratches on my mandolin. It's just from my fingers. I guess just laying there, you know. But you still keep a loose wrist and.
Yeah, when I think when you're resting, you can't be near as loose, and it's sort of a constricted movement that you have to do.
Well, the other thing it does is it changes the shape of your hand. The whole point of like moving across the paper I was talking about earlier, if you can keep the angle and the approach onto the strings the same, where you can play evenly. Mandolin's not such a big problem. I have a problem with that on a guitar. I've seen a lot of people have a problem. When you go up to the low E, your hand is extended like that. When you're down here on this high E, it's that. Yet, to every rule, there's an exception, and there's some great players that play that way. So.
Yeah.
But everybody's different.
Adam Steffi.
Your physiology is sort of the rule there.
Adam Steffi braces and plays as fast as anybody can. Yeah.
I'm wondering, you said you have very, very low action.
Very low.
How do you play hard and still make it sound clean and not buzzy?
I don't play hard. I find when I play hard, I tense up. And well, I do play hard on rhythm, but then you want that snapping, right? That kind of stuff. But I guess like sometimes I dig in and I like on a blues song like we do the You Don't Have to Wear the Mountain song, you know. I'm digging in, but it's like I don't know. There's a little snap there, but I like it. It's sort of like.
What are your instruments?
Oh, I have the most expensive one up here. I kind of hate to say this in front of these guys. Kentucky. This one is Can 1500. It's my little war horse.
You've had this forever.
I've had it forever, and it's kind of like my Snoopy. I don't part with it. It's not expensive. You know, now I guess it's a year's salary for a musician, but that's what I have. Or that's what this one is. There's others.
This is a 95 Gibson F5C.
So he didn't have to buy it.
I don't know, it's out of the custom shop when Gibson was still in Montana.
I play a Gilchrist. This is a 1981 Gilchrist. And it's, this mandolin has X-brace top inside. It's the tone bars that run this way. It's X-brace. I guess they say that gives it a deeper tone. They say.
Is the neck radius or straight?
What's that? Yeah, I have a flat fingerboard on this. It was radius, but I didn't like it. Had it for a while like that.
Yeah. I was going to say something to elaborate a little bit on what Chris said. It's an interesting point. You don't really have to play sometimes real hard to play real loud when you need to be, or with force or dynamics. One of the interesting things that I studied in other musicians was Buddy Rich when he was a black belt in karate, and he studied karate to help his drumming. And he used to do a demonstration. That's the truth. And he used to do a demonstration where he would break a crash cymbal with a drumstick. And he would take the drumstick and never grip the drumstick, just let it hang loosely in his hand, like talking about the pick, not gripping that pick. And he'd walk up loosely in his hand, smack that cymbal, and about halfway up to the center, the outside would just fall to the ground. And it's an ability to concentrate a lot of power in a really small area and economy of movement. You know, it's like the sweet spot on a baseball bat or on a tennis racket. And if you can feel around and find that, and like Chris said, don't play any faster than you can. I really believe that. If you'll play sort of within your means and can really develop your right hand, you can learn to walk up to an instrument and just knock the heck out of it in your chop and never break a string. And that other people around you are ripping strings off their instruments all the time. And there's something going on there, you know. And you know, a lot of people that kill a lot of strings, I mean, they just kill them and they say, I got acid hands. You know, they play one song. And some people do, and some people, I think, just play really hard and kill the strings. So I'm just insulting probably a lot of people. But there's something to that. You know, it's worth thinking about. That you don't necessarily have to have extremely high action to play real hard and get a lot of volume. You don't have to kill it. Should we play something else? Is there any other questions before we play something else? Yes, sir.
It's not really your set
It's the bass. It's probably the bass when it's yeah. It's actually the strings. His hand hits the string, pulls it off pretty far, and it slaps back. You see it tonight. Take a look at
Let Sean play one.
Play one, John. You have a request to play one on the guitar. We'll take solo part. Wildwood Flower.
There you go.
What was you and you? No.
Rush.
Yeah, I'll play like Ronald. You play Ronald. Let's see that. I've seen Ronnie play this on TV, so I know he knows it. And it's a good up-tempo one, be a good one to wrap it up with. Sure. Would you say? So let's do that. Thank you guys very much for coming to our workshop. Well, I think this was, I guess, scheduled for you and I, and then our cut run us over here. We got Chris Steven down the deal, and Sean Watkins was just eating hot dogs, so we recruited him. So thank you guys for joining us. These two.
Dixie Band. Thank you very much, folks. I want to thank Mary and Bob so much for having us here. It's almost a thrill to get on this stage and play to that hill up there and all the people on it. Alrighty, thanks again. Gibson Brothers. Let's hear it for the Gibson Brothers. Well, I'm glad the rain is over. It helped cool things down, though, so that's nothing was hurt. We're going to have Scott play something on the banjo for you right now.
This is a tune that he wrote several years ago. He's recorded it a couple different times. He has it on a Bluegrass 97, I think was the project that this song was on. If y'all would put your hands together and welcome Scott Vestal on the banjo. Thank you. Scott Vestal. We'd like to feature the dobro player on a real pretty song now. He's going to sing for you. And hopefully the stars will come out. This is a tune that several people have done in the past. I think John Starling did it with the Seldom Sing. Merle Haggard's recorded it, and Randy has it recorded also. He'll have it out on a solo project next spring. So keep an eye out for that. His name is Randy Coors, if you'd like to make him welcome tonight. Real pretty song called Out Among the Stars.
And Don't you think they love to stop complaining and fly like eagles out among the stars? Pictures the arrival of the cruisers, sees that old familiar anger in their eyes. He knows when they're shooting at this loser, they'll be aiming at the demons in their lives. As the evening news carries all the details, he dies in every living room in town, and in his own bottles thrown in anger. As his father cries, we'll never live this down. Oh, how many travelers grow weary, bearing all their burdens and their scars. Don't you think they love to stop complaining and fly like eagles out among the stars? And fly like eagles out among the stars. Randy Coors for you on the vocals. I'm going to do a tune now that's going to feature everybody doing a little peek in here. Tune called The Foggy Mountain Special.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next band played for you a little earlier today, and it sure is good to see that the next generation of bluegrass is alive and well. They come to us from the states of California and Kentucky. Please make welcome Nickel Creek.
Just tell me, Lord, to climb it. You don't have to move that stumbling block. Just show me the way around it. Well, we must climb a great high mountain to reach God's gracious kingdom. But it is worth to find your strength if you will just believe them. If you don't have to move that mountain, just tell me, Lord, to climb it. You don't have to move that stumbling block. Just show me the way around it. Just show me the way around it. Don't have to move that mountain. Just tell me, Lord, to climb it. You don't have to move that stumbling block. Just show me the way around it. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I never realized how high that hill is. It is really high. There's some flashlights up there. Hi. Man, it goes up there high. Anyway, I can't believe it. We're playing at Winterhawk. We're pretty thrilled. This is my first time to New York, actually. Thank you. That first song we did was one called Road to Wrigley, and Chris wrote it. And the last one we did was an old Keith Whitley song, and called You Don't Have to Move That Mountain. That one's actually on our Nickel Creek CD. And we're going to do one now that was, it's one off of Chris's first solo CD, and I'm sure most of you guys have heard it on the radio. It got way up there on the Bluegrass single charts. I guess they're singles.
And then it plummeted back, just like, right off the charts. Who are we?
Huh?
Did you tell them who we are?
No, I didn't.
We're the Nickel Creek Band, by the way. That's Sean on the guitar, this is my dad, Scott. I'm Chris, that's Sarah.
So this is one called Shadow Ridge.
1, 2, 3.